Starving the van?
No, the camera.
Why are you causing trouble?
This
This kitty's causing trouble. You made a rabbit run away and you were bothering Bear when she was trying to sleep. Be a good kitty. There you go. Go sleep.
Go.
I got the board ready for tonight. So.
Of course you do.
It either ends tonight or it ends on Monday.
Yep,
But tomorrow, no hockey.
I know. Woo!
So you may have my undivided attention for like about a half an hour tomorrow.
Right. Does it end or Oilers win?
I get the feeling it's going 7. Personally,
I hope not.
I just get the feeling it's going 7.
I hope not.
Something tells me.
No.
So we'll see.
Some people think it's going to end tonight.
Hughes could get his first goal tonight. That'd be nice if he did. He's certainly been shooting a lot more over the last few games than he was before that. So,
what a nice jersey.
I do like these. I was, it's too bad that they didn't sell that well. But when you make a jersey with 31 different logos on the front, I don't know. I don't really find it boring. I like the silver.
But for a team jersey, it is boring.
And then I like the monochrome logos, where it's just a single color. I think that's nice. I think it's all right. Depends on the team, though. I never did get a Nashville or a Boston because they were both yellow. I really kind of wanted those.
Who's throwing that, Maple?
Oh, she's even wagging her tail. She's choked.
Why'd you have to throw that?
Is that a hissy fit?
Cats.
She's not happy I called her out.
Who will you root for, Canucks or Stars?
Oh, Dallas. Or not Dallas. Vancouver. Sorry. I'm not used to the Canucks being in the playoffs this late in the year. So, there's a mental blank, I blank it out. Like when I was doing the review last night and I was totally forgot the Canucks.
I saw the comments section.
And so
I didn't have to watch the video to know what you said.
It's I will be cheering for Vancouver against Dallas, but it's weird to me that they're still alive at this part of the playoffs already. It's bizarre to me. It's great though. It's a lot of fun.
If they pull it off tonight, how do you like the Canucks' chances versus the Stars? Do they match up well?
I think if they can take out Edmonton, I think it's a pretty even matchup, especially if Demko's back for the next round. Ottinger's been absolutely fantastic these playoffs. So the Canucks are going to need Demko for the next round if they're going to have a chance against Dallas.
Canucks jersey should be on Shannon. Shannon doesn't do that.
Not on a game day. I don't wear Canucks jerseys on game days. I broke my rule for CBC because it would have looked weird if I wasn't wearing a Canucks jersey for that little 5-minute spiel I did. But yeah, generally I only wore it for that and then I took it off right after because it's game day.
I almost wore my Canucks shirts, one of my shirts, but then thought you might.
No, you can.
I don't know.
You don't have any effect on the hockey gods.
I almost got kicked out of the set for Stars games. So.
Yep.
I know the superstitions also apply to me, even if I don't believe
Dallas is leading 4-0. She comes in and sits down, and it's 4-3 a few minutes later, and I'm like, I might need you to leave.
No, but that's not where it ended, is it? I had to leave the room and help children, and I came back and they scored again. And that's when he said, if they lose this game, you can't be in here for any more.
No, for the Dallas
Stars
games.
Playoff games. So
that's it.
Yes.
That's superstitious.
So that's why I did not wear my Canucks shirt.
I did what any superstitious person would have done. No, you can wear
you can wear his wife
jersey. Yes. For the sake of the Canucks, yes.
Shannon's
Canucks,
just a little
Stars, for the Boston Bruins.
Oh,
yes.
It was you. She's the culprit. Apparently it was my fault that the Stars did not easily win that game.
I even got nervous last night because, they were behind 1-0. She comes in and sits down, and I'm like, oh, God, please don't let Colorado score 2 fast ones.
I know. I had that thought of, crap, I'm not in there already during the game. Will I be allowed back in the room? I did have that thought that you
I'm
might
very
be like, nope,
superstitious.
turn around.
The pint glass is still on the set. The pint glass hasn't moved.
It's over here.
Yeah. She knows better than to take it out because she took it out and they lost the game.
Right? Yes. Because I do clean up the set. I do.
It's
That's
like, oh,
one
the
of the
pint
things I
glass is
do.
gone. That's why Dallas lost.
And I took the glass out last
So.
time, and that was also my fault when they lost that game. So
if you're wondering why it's taken Dallas so many games to get to the next round,
apparently it's me. 2 games. They're both my fault. Let's see. Have you been following the IHF?
Oh, the World Championships. I mean, I know that like Canada blew a 5-goal lead against Austria and people made a big deal of it. All I know is that the round robin doesn't really mean a lot. You often see people blowing it out of proportion what happens in round robin games. During the medal round, I pay some attention because by then we're down to like, the final 4, but not a ton. I don't want to overextend myself. And now that I have some extra time, I should spend it with her rather than say, hey, look, I found more hockey to watch. I'll talk to you again later.
True.
So,
do you ever wash the pint glass? Of course, because
that's actually a different pint glass. I've got
there
2
are.
of them.
There are 2.
So, and all that's been in that one is Sprite. So
it needs washed.
We'll see.
I do. Yeah, I do wash dishes.
We'll see.
Yeah, I do. I also
see if I allow
vacuum, sweep, and do laundry. Laundry also gets done in this house.
We'll see.
Carolina led Rangers in game 6, lost. Boston scored first, lost. Colorado scored first, lost. I have absolutely no idea what this means for Edmonton.
Scoring first hasn't meant much in these playoffs. Also, being at home hasn't meant much in these playoffs either. They had that fast start where the first 6 games were all won by home teams. Since then, road teams have feasted on home teams in these playoffs.
What's Yvonne's secret to keeping her hair so straight? My hair won't curl.
I've watched her try.
I have tried to curl my hair, and it just, there was one time I showed him that I used like hot curlers and I let it sit till my hair was curled. I even put product in my hair, and you can the curls just fall out, and it's back to this. This is my natural. That's all my hair does. That's it.
Yep.
I can't curl it if I wanted.
Straight as a die.
Well, the Leafs start drafting super strong cyborgs if they can't solve their playoff woes.
A lot of the playoff woes for Toronto, I think, are psychological. I think that's part of the reason why I'm saying, look, they got to change out the core because they tend to beat themselves as often as the other team beats them.
Love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Greatly appreciated.
Right. Ta-da. Yvonne has anti-calling hair. It's also why I don't have short hair, because if I did, it would stick straight up. That's genetic. I calculated that if NHL goes to 36 teams, 4 divisions of 9, 90 game regular season, oh my gosh, that would be a lot. Face everyone in your division 4 times, everyone else 2 times, no preseason, hopefully.
Eventually, they're going to go to an 84-game schedule, and then it'll just be a kind of an uneven schedule. But there's been talk of them going to 84. And I've seen people say, oh, we should drop the number of games. I can't argue that it wouldn't be easier to follow, but telling owners they're going to make less money, that's not going to fly.
She hates the Leafs. That's why I hate the Canucks and the Bruins. What goes around comes around. I hope that's a joke.
I just got a Leafs jersey with my name and number on the back.
Excited about, and he wore all yesterday.
Tomorrow.
And Adelaide was so excited because she wears.
We were wearing Leafs together.
Adelaide wears a Leafs jacket all the time, and she gets comments right now.
I'm planning on wearing that for the meetup tomorrow.
And she was super happy that her and
Shannon I have a Leafs and I have a Flyers. I want to wear the Leafs and the Flyers tomorrow for the meetup. I think that would be great.
Is there a watch party in Vancouver?
No, the mayor cut those off. No.
Oh,
the mayor
there's
wouldn't
an
allow
Abbotsford.
Here, yeah. No, I think they mean public.
But yeah, I thought it was at the arena. And it's
no, but that's in the arena, like an outdoor watch party. Those are not allowed.
Right.
They're not having those.
They have them at the arena.
They have them at the arena, but not.
There's
not
one
outdoors.
in the Abbotsford arena too.
Because when I hear watch party, I think of the outdoor.
Right.
Back in 2011, they don't do that again.
Those are fun.
The in-arena, yeah, but outside of the arena, no.
Got to try to check out a game in Tampa sometime. There's Tesla Coils, and it's
Good atmosphere.
It's a good atmosphere near the beach. Go Dallas the rest of the way, though.
Yeah, someday.
One day.
Hoping for it.
I skipped. Sorry. Love your reviews. Should Picard be in?
Liquor. Not Picard.
Right. Be in, or is third game in a row too big a risk? He's been great lately, and I'm just nervous with Skinner.
I'm very surprised that they're going with Skinner. Really, really surprised.
Have you bought your She Loves dress shirt yet?
No, they're selling them through the van base store. No.
Why has Besser been so much better while Pettersson has been so much worse? How have the Canucks done it without Pettersson producing?
JT Miller. JT Miller's been absolutely fantastic. Other guys have been jumping in, and the goaltending's been bailing them out. But Pettersson was much better in the last game. I expect another really strong effort from him tonight.
Seems like all the teams left have good scoring depth. It's very tough for teams that are heavily reliant on just one or two players in the playoffs.
Yeah, depth is really the key thing. Dallas, Rangers, Florida, yep. Carolina, who gave the Rangers a pretty good run there. Carolina's got good depth as well. Depth is really, really key.
Did the PWHL reverse sweep surprise either of you?
I told Yvonne last night it's probably the most Toronto thing they could do. And I hate to say it that way, but I was like, yeah, all right, they're Toronto. So they were up. But I mean, when Natalie Spooner got hurt, there went Toronto's goal scoring. So I wasn't entirely surprised.
Who does Wyatt Johnson remind you of? Messier said he plays a lot like Bergeron. What do you think?
I mean, somewhat with Bergeron, but I don't remember Bergeron having those kinds of moves of being that electrifying on the ice. He's a winger too, so I mean, he's good at both ends of the ice, but I wouldn't put him in the Bergeron category. Not yet. No, I'm not picking yet.
Love from Japan. Where does Allmark get traded to?
Allmark's going to go to a team. I would think that they'll move him to a team that definitely needs a goaltender, and they'll be looking for probably a center back. I think it has to be a center coming back. Went to a Shreveport Mudbugs game in Shreveport, Louisiana last month. Even though they lost, hope to get to more hockey games there. I have a Mudbugs jersey somewhere.
You do.
You ever thought of buying a Danbury Trashers jersey? I did, but they're too expensive. They were way too much money. I did want one, but at that price point, I was like, I can't justify it because when am I going to wear it is the problem.
Thoughts on She Loves. Canucks goaltending depth is showing. I'm flabbergasted that we're still in the playoffs without Demko.
She Loves is a good goaltender. He's been good for Abbotsford. Not fantastic, but he's been good. I think he's one of those goalies that actually is better in the NHL than he was in the AHL. Moving on from the Sabres, any team suggestions? Well, I would. I don't know if I'd move on from the Sabres right now. I think they have a good shot next year. Up and coming team, man, that's tough. Moving on from Buffalo. I mean, in these playoffs, you could pick Vancouver because they came into during the same expansion, the cursed expansion, as it were. Yeah, that's a tough one, actually, especially right now since we're in the midst of the playoffs.
When is the game? It's going to be my first time watching a hockey game. It's in 45 minutes.
Yep, 5 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern.
You're looking forward to NHL Four Nation Face-Off Tournament. Do you see any point in it knowing that NHL players will be playing in the Olympics in 2026?
It's kind of a dry run. It's a chance for these players to see how they play together and to see, how things are going to work come Olympic time. So I would think the rosters would look very similar between the Four Nation tournament and then the Olympics in a year. I mean, my interest is kind of a little meh on it, to be honest, because the mid-season tournaments never generate the amount of intensity that you see from an actual Olympic tournament. The Olympics will see that intensity.
Thoughts on Allmark to Oilers for RNH?
If the Oilers were willing to move Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, that trade honestly works pretty well for both. But I don't know that the Oilers would want to move on from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Oh, you thought I was wearing a fur coat? Not a chance. That wouldn't happen.
Well, this is kind of a fur coat right here. Aren't you a little aggravating bugger? Aren't ya? Yes. Just
Should the
yowling.
Canucks re-sign Lindholm?
I don't know that they can afford to. I think they're going to move on from Hronik, though. Hronik's asking price is going to be pretty high, and he has not quite lived up to the billing that he had before he came here, and definitely had a better first half of the season than second half. He's been quiet in the playoffs.
How many cats do we have? We have 5 cats,
Yep.
5 rabbits, and 2 guinea pigs.
Yep.
And too many children.
True.
Do you think someone will try to offer she loves?
No. He doesn't have enough of a resume to get any kind of offer sheet. He's not going anywhere.
I thought the cap was going to jump this year.
It is. It's going up by, I think it's $4.5 million. And then it's expected to go up to 91 or 92 million the following season. So it's going to go up substantially over the next couple of years.
Is Buffalo the most cursed sports city?
It's up there. It's definitely up there. It would definitely have to be probably top 3 in North America, if not number 1.
Oh, do I have any fun tea? Of course I have fun tea. Here's my tea. My wild cup. Got my tea today.
Your tea is wild.
Just Earl Grey. Sorry, spaced on the word. Earl Grey, and then I have iced tea in the fridge because it should be warm one day. One day it'll be warm. It's not today.
No,
but
it's supposed to be warm tomorrow. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 17.
So
that's
warm.
Perfect street hockey weather. Perfect street hockey weather, though.
Have you all been to a Preds game? They are super fun.
No, I haven't been to one in Nashville, and I haven't seen Nashville in Vancouver either. That's one of those teams we haven't seen.
Do we live in Trail, BC?
No. We're
do
nowhere
not.
near Trail, BC.
We live in Abbotsford.
Boy, imagine.
Pass.
Imagine the drive every Friday with
Adelaide.
Hour
if you lived outside in Trail. Of Vancouver.
If we lived in Trail, that drive would be what, 4 hours?
That would be lame. Pass. Oh, somebody's converting Celsius for all of the Americans who don't know how to do the conversion.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to Salt Lake next year?
That
is not where I want to go on holiday.
Not that I know of. We generally go to Vegas during the summer and
Disneyland.
Then we hit Disneyland as well. Odds are those are the 2 places we're gonna hit again before anywhere else. But
we have 4 cats, one named Miro Ice Kitten.
I've already told her our next animal is named Wyatt. I don't care what it is. The next animal gets the name Wyatt.
He has told me that a few times.
Because Wyatt Johnston's fantastic, and since I'm done with children, animals get the names now. So Wyatt. It's got to be a boy though.
Have you ever been to Whitehorse?
No, but we've talked about it.
We have.
We've talked about it. I would love to go up north in the winter just for the stars and all that, and just for that experience. I just don't know exactly when to do it. It can be kind of pricey too. And then there's during the hockey season, I don't know how I'd make any of that work.
Bear does have a death grip. Who do you think the Canucks replace Hronik with?
Odds are they'll probably look on the free agent market, or they may look from within as well. There are some good defensemen that have been playing in Abbotsford that I think could play. I don't know why they won't give Alanin a shot. I really don't. But if Hronik goes, that'll free up some money to bring somebody else in.
How many jerseys do you have?
35. No. 46. I have 46 jerseys.
It's a lot. We haven't ever counted.
I don't count.
I first saw you on Urinating Trees ESPN video where he was talking about YouTubers being better than the people at ESPN. Maybe last year, and then my first video of yours was the 4 overtime Panther Hurricane video.
Nice. And yeah, Tree and I have talked before. We talked a couple of times on Twitter before it became the X platform and all that. Yeah, and he's always been respectful and appreciative of my work, and vice versa. I think he does a good job.
You should go to a Utah Grizzly game in Utah. I'd rather not.
Do you want to go to Salt Lake? And so instead of Disneyland, we can just tell the kids we're going to Salt Lake City.
We'll go watch basketball. They'd be like, "What? No, we don't." Well,
Grizzlies is ECHL hockey.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's better than.
That's basketball. The Jazz. The Jazz is basketball.
Okay.
Well, remember the Jazz moved to Utah where they banned music.
Yeah. That's as much as I know about that. It's
basketball. The movie Basketball where they talked about that.
I don't watch other sports. Sorry. Flames first pick goalie, defenseman, or forward.
With where Calgary's drafting, it's best player available. My guess is it'll be a forward.
Do you take jersey donations? I think so. I still have a German IIHF jersey somewhere. Want to clear out junk?
I do. I've got jerseys that people have sent me.
I've got
some on that rack there. Yeah. Some in the salon.
The only thing is people usually guess Shannon's size wrong.
This is a size 46.
He does not wear an extra large. We are not very.
I wear a size small. I can even wear a 44. I prefer a 46, but I can wear a 44, which is an extra small.
Extra larges don't work on him. He looks like he's wearing like his dad's clothes. Yeah. We're not very big.
No.
If you went to Toronto, would you try to hit Buffalo and Ottawa in the same trip? That would be quite the trip.
The Ottawa Valley would be nice to see because
it would be a lot.
I've been there since I was like 2, and I live down there, and so that'd be kind of fun to go through that area of the country.
There. This is not comfortable, sweetie.
That's why I don't pick her up.
Found your channel in late 2022 via the
Stefan Richer.
Career video. Not missed a video since. You've reignited my passion for hockey. Huge thanks to you and Yvonne for all you do. Best hockey channel on YouTube, bar none.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do you have any Long Beach Ice Dogs jerseys?
No.
Okay. Fundraise and sign the jerseys you want to purge, auction off, and feed bear and cats more. But see, then we'd have to
that'd be declared as income.
Taxes,
and then I have to charge GST. It gets messy.
Since we're already self-employed, if we sell stuff, then we have to
it's
have
GST.
Tax and all of that.
That's why I can't sell jerseys.
What is your favorite peanut butter brand? I always get the
Squirrel.
Kraft.
Squirrel Crunchy.
I always just get the Kraft.
Squirrel Crunchy's really nice. Is it Jif that's got the peanut on top? That you open the jar of peanut. There's a peanut on top. I think it's Jif.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You open the jar of peanut butter. There's a peanut sitting right on top.
I don't know what he's talking about. We don't have Jif in Canada.
I think it's Jif. I had Jif peanut butter when I was a kid.
They don't have it in Canada.
Well, then they got rid of it along with whatchamacallit.
Remember. Any guess on who will be the hero of this game?
For Vancouver, if they win it, I'll say Connor Garland. If Edmonton wins it, my guess is Warren Foegele.
What's your favorite Canucks jersey?
The new skate jersey is really, really nice. You guys have
seen Jif in Canada? Okay, maybe we don't have it here in Abbotsford because I've never seen it in the store.
I'm gonna have to order Jif peanut butter apparently.
Good luck.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that's got the peanut on top.
I have not seen peanut butter with a peanut on top. I have not seen Jif peanut butter.
I'm pretty sure people are gonna know what I'm talking about because I'm pretty sure it's
somebody else know what Shannon's talking about because I don't, and I do the grocery shopping. As a wrestling fan, I would love to go to MSG. That is the number one thing on my bucket list. Have you been there? If so, what's it like?
I haven't been to MSG. It's on my bucket list as well. MSG, TD Garden in Boston, United Center in Chicago. Those are the big 3 that I would love to see. And, of course, Montreal, Bell Center. I'd absolutely love to go to Montreal.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
I think she was planning on maybe kind of jumping over to me.
To get down.
She kind of wanted to jump over to me and like that's
and
why
yes, Bear is a very, very needy cat. I've never seen a more needy cat than Bear. She's ridiculous.
Very much so. She's with me 24/7.
If he does, where does Marner get traded? I've heard Predators are interested. Also, love the channel. Go Canucks, go.
You have to look for a team that's got a lot of cap space. That's why the Preds would be one that would come up. It also has to be a team that believes they're in contention or could be in contention. Marner's a really excellent player. So if he becomes available, if he's officially available from Toronto at some point, I think most of the teams in the league are going to come calling. And I would not be surprised if he goes somewhere where there's a lot less pressure on him if we all of a sudden see great playoff success from him.
People in Toronto are saying that they have Jif peanut butter.
Yeah.
I have not seen it in the grocery store here,
I've had
unless
it.
I cross the border.
I'm 99% sure it's the one that has a peanut on top of the peanut butter.
Isn't that the squirrel peanut butter?
Maybe.
But that hasn't been like forever. But we don't have Jif.
They haven't had the peanut on top of the peanut butter in forever?
No.
That's a ripoff. Well, I'm getting Jif peanut butter.
Okay. As a Knights fan, love the jersey. Curious if you think Vegas re-signs Marchessault. Love the channel.
They're going to try. They're going to try to re-sign Marchessault. I think he's one that they're not going to want to lose. It's going to be tough, though, because he deserves a pretty hefty raise considering the season he just had, plus that Conn Smythe trophy last year. It's going to make him pricey.
What are going to be the keys for the Canucks tonight?
The key for the Canucks tonight is stay out of the box, play tight defensively, limit the opportunities for McDavid, Draisaitl, and just be as defensively responsible as possible and wait for the Oilers to make their mistakes. And pray you're not making more than they are.
Alberta has Jif too.
I'm pretty sure we have it because I can order it.
Okay, go look on the grocery store then, because I have never seen it in the store. Do you see Marner as a good fit for Seattle? Personally, I think he'd slot into the top 6 perfectly.
Marner will fit anywhere. Marner is one of those really talented players. He's one of the best passers in the NHL. I don't think Marner would have a problem fitting in almost anywhere. Like, I guarantee Boston would be one of those teams calling about him if he became available. Even though they're in the same division, there'd be some risk there. I think you'd be foolish not to at least call Toronto and say, so what do you want for Marner?
Knuckleheads versus Power Rangers.
Yeah, people want the 94 rematch, Canucks Rangers, in the final. I don't know if I'd enjoy that. I went through that in 94. That was very stressful. It was a great final, but man, what a disappointing ending.
Now I'm hungry for peanut butter.
See, and I can't really eat peanut butter, so I'm just torturing myself here because, yeah, my whole digestive system, really not a big fan of peanut butter.
According to Google, it was the squirrel peanut butter, which has since become Skippy. Oh, there you go.
Okay. So
Saskatchewan has Jif too. What?
Like I said,
so somebody from BC. Do we have it and where? Because I haven't seen it. The meetup is not today because there's a hockey game today.
Can't have the meetup today.
Can't be today.
Nope.
Tomorrow, no hockey games. So.
That's why I couldn't post it until after the last game was done last night, where Dallas won 3-1 in overtime. And so until that happened, I couldn't actually post for a meetup because otherwise we'd have a game at 5:00 tomorrow. But that 3-1 overtime win, there was an Abs fan that got really, really mad at me in the comments for saying that Dallas won 3-1 in overtime. Really mad.
Why?
Because I said 3-1, meaning the other goal should have counted too. Because I said at the start, I was like, well, I thought about putting that Dallas won 3-1 in overtime, but I didn't.
Wait, somebody in Langley? Oh, it's at Walmart. I don't do grocery shopping at Walmart.
All right, go to Walmart.
That would be why I haven't seen it at stores.
Oh, I can just use the Walmart app then.
Wait, Superstore has it?
Yes. Of course it does.
Okay, yeah, not of course it does.
Jif peanut butter.
Going grocery shopping right now, I'll let you know. Perfect. Thank you, Kirk. But I really haven't seen it. But I shop at I usually shop at Save On and sometime Cello. That's really it.
It says store availability varies.
Okay, I've never seen it. All of them. I've never seen it. And I have actually looked.
It's weird how we get into these tangents during live streams.
Not any supermarket might have it because they don't. I have looked We don't have it.
All right, I'll go to Superstore.
Save-On doesn't have it. Never when I've looked.
Remember, if I win, you have to take me out on a date.
If we ever go out anywhere, I'm taking you out on a date.
Okay, talk like that means I'm not going to get to take you out on a date.
Wait, you would take me out?
Yeah, I'll take you out.
Nice.
I have a really nice bike. You can
Do I have
hop on
to
the
ride on the
handlebars.
handlebars?
Yeah. There we go. Jif peanut butter. Smooth as creamy. See, you just add
Is
it.
that a Superstore?
Sure looks like it.
Huh.
Yep, I can add Jif peanut butter. Yeah,
Weird.
creamy though. I like crunchy peanut butter because I'm weird. Most people seem to not like crunchy. I like. I've always liked crunchy peanut butter more than. In fact, crunchy peanut butter. I didn't even want it with jam. Be like, I'll just have a peanut butter sandwich because crunchy peanut butter, all the peanuts.
He's got one of those big wheel bikes. Yeah.
I should get a basket for the front of my bike, and then you can sit in the basket.
I have a basket in my bike.
Okay, we'll put it on mine.
Way too much for a bike basket.
Why? It has 115-pound capacity.
Right.
112-pound capacity.
Yeah. Yeah, close.
110. 106. You're getting sickly by the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking I would look really, really unhealthy. I have way too much hips for that.
You know, people talk about weight and all this too with me, and yet when I lose weight, I look gaunt and sickly.
You do.
So
you do look really sickly.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Well, the Oilers have peanut butter after the game. They should. Peanut butter's great. Yes. Yes, there's a store called Superstore. It's our big grocery store.
Real Canadian superstore.
The main huge grocery store. It's similar to
Target.
Yeah, I was thinking Target, but the grocery store part's bigger. But it has like everything.
Yep.
Or like Fred Meyer's in the States. What do you think the Oilers' key to victory are tonight?
Attack and try to get one on Shelovs early. Roll 4 lines. Hope you get good production out of all 4 lines. I do still have some concern that the Oilers might be overplaying McDavid and Draisaitl a bit. If they're going to win, they're going to have to maintain their focus for the full 60 minutes and figure out how to neutralize JT Miller's defense on McDavid.
So now people are talking about Superstore. And people that are not from BC are surprised we have a store called Superstore. So there you go.
Yep.
You'll need to come visit the real grocery store, Heb, in Texas. But why would I need groceries in Texas? That would not help me.
I do need to go
here in BC.
I do need to go to the Midwest to go to Menards because I see those silly Menards commercials all the time. So save big money at Menards. All right, I'm here. I took a trip. I hope this is worth it, and then I'll be really disappointed.
You should try the Only Peanuts All Natural one by Kraft.
I think we've had that one.
We have had that one.
It's pricey, but it is very good. This one that separates, but that's the best peanut butter.
I was like, whoa, Canadian Tire sells more than just tires? Who buys their tires at Canadian Tire?
I get a lot of
I
get a lot of the street hockey stuff we get from Canadian
hockey
Tire.
is cheaper at Canadian Tire.
Yep.
You guys have Puckies in Texas. Why go anywhere else? So sorry you have to endure the Menards commercials.
Yeah, the jingle gets stuck in your head.
Menards commercials, classic. What nationality are the tires at Canadian Tires? Canadian. They're in Canada. They all had to get their papers to come here.
I think they have to have a passport to be
which makes them Canadian.
Yeah.
So, see?
Yeah, they become Canadian Tires.
Bought a suitcase from Canadian Tire recently. Wasn't expecting to do that, if I'm honest. I get most of our outdoor like our yard stuff at
Yep.
Canadian Tire. Do you think we'll see another superstar out of Halifax?
I hope so. I absolutely hope so.
Is Bacon from there? From Canadian Tire? They don't have food. Well, they have chips and candy at Superstar.
They have beef jerky.
They have
snacks. If somebody you're feeding is dumb, you might be able to tell them it's bacon.
Snacky stuff.
This feels like beef jerky. And it's bacon. Trust me, it's bacon.
Oh, your choice of name for Utah's team.
Mammoth.
Utah Yeti.
Mammoth.
I think Utah Yeti would be more fun. And they need to be purple and blue.
Sky blue. That's Mammoth. I want sky blue and silver.
Utah Yetis, purple and blue. I'm right.
And you could have like just these mammoths all over the jersey, just covered.
See, and then he has to just.
You could have tusks on the shoulders.
That's what I mean.
Tusks on the helmets, like the LA Rams, right? That could work. That could look great. That'd look awesome.
You can get bacon at Menards. There you go. We need a purple team. Agreed. We absolutely do.
No argument there.
We don't need any more red or marigold.
More orange.
We don't. No, we don't need orange.
I think we do. I think we need another orange.
Royal blue. We don't. There's enough.
I didn't show you. I actually got from Amazon. So I was looking for something that might work for like a Yeti style. So when I do a Utah video, I could turn that into a magnet and use that kind of as like a placeholder. Trying to find anything. So like I should get like a mammoth
orange
one
and
too.
Purple. Don't ruin the purple like that. No. There's enough orange. I miss the King's purple. Agreed. And it's lovely.
It is very nice. Forum blue even.
Isn't purple one of the Utah Jazz's colors?
Yes.
It obviously used to be part of the LA Kings color scheme. Yep. Mammoth is the name of a Denver lacrosse team. Yetis I like more for Salt Lake City.
We'll see what they go with. We'll know soon enough.
Have you ever seen flying ants? Like carpenter ants? I've seen carpenter ants and they can fly.
We've had those here.
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Shannon, you deserve a Canucks versus Stars West final.
Well, I don't get the things I deserve necessarily, so I'm not counting any hatches until they've chickened. So,
do the Dallas Stars have any more hidden gems in the AHL?
Hidden gems in the AHL. I think they've called up basically all of the big star players for the Stars, but we'll see. We'll see what else they might have up their sleeve. I would think next season, but for this year, yeah, that's probably going to be it. But there's Maverick Bork that has yet to come up, so keep an eye on him.
Doesn't the Disneyland Matterhorn have a Yeti? It does.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Utah Matterhorn.
Anyways,
the Utah Cliffs.
No. Okay, who do you think Ron Francis is going to hire as coach?
There's some speculation that Dan Bilesma is going to get brought up from Coachella Valley once their run's done in the playoffs, which could go right to the final. They want to have somebody out there or somebody named publicly before the draft, I believe. So we'll find out over the next month.
Is Carter Verhaeghe the best Panthers player?
Nope. Sasha Barkov would be the best all-around player. Tkachuk, I think, is their best power forward. Verhaeghe is just a really good clutch goal scorer and point producer.
What do you think about a Stadium Series matchup between the Stars and the Maple Leafs at the Cowboy Stadium? Think about all of the Leafs fans showing up to that. If
the Stars hosted an outdoor game, I think it'd be Nashville they'd pick as the opponent. I think it'd end up being the Preds to be the opponent. I think they'd want to keep it somebody who's, in a similar geographical area, want to keep it to a rival. It's usually rivalries that they want to showcase in the outdoor games.
The unofficially official nickname for the Utah team should be the Utah Stormin' Mormons. It's been said in chat a few times, but it's the best name.
There
No.
won't be anything church related in the name. Yeah, that's very, very highly unlikely to not going to happen.
No, of course not. Who are the next 2 expansion teams, excluding Arizona?
Atlanta and Houston would be next in line. So my thought is it'll probably be Phoenix, Atlanta, Houston, and then maybe we see Quebec City come in with that round of expansion.
Okay, don't start with the brood names. We're not doing that. That's everywhere online, not here.
Nope.
Outdoor game in Colorado, please.
That'll be fun.
I'm not sure if this has been asked, but thoughts on WWE Backlash and that awesome crowd?
Backlash did have a very, very passionate crowd, which made the event far more enjoyable than it would have been otherwise. And then we'll see how things go with the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view as well. But yeah, that Backlash, that was something.
Why do you always say the fans call one, the refs do not?
Because the fans get all up in arms and they boo, and I'm thinking the easiest way to write that on the board and to bring it across is the fans call one, the referee doesn't. Because that's what happens. It happens in every game.
In the playoffs.
And in these playoffs, it feels like it has really amped up to the point where anytime a player falls down, even if nobody's anywhere near him, the fans are all jumping up. It's like, what do you want him penalized for falling over? I think it's kind of insane, but yeah, I get it. It's passionate fans and all that.
What's your take on Elias Pettersson's poor play this offseason?
I really think it's his mindset. I think he's in his head too much. The last game, he was really good. He was enjoying himself. He was smiling. Pettersson needs to just relax and go out and play his game. He'll be fine.
I think a stadium series at Lumen Field would be amazing. Let's see. Is NHL going to implement a win by 2 overtime rule in honor of last night's Star game?
No, but I was glad that Dallas got that win there, because otherwise that's all anybody would be talking about today. That'd be it. If Colorado had won that game after that goal was called back, that's all anybody would be talking about today.
How did your interview on TV go?
It was fine. It's a 5-minute. I mean, it's basically a puff piece, right? It's 5 minutes. I don't expect that, we're going to see huge jumps in numbers for the channel anytime that happens, but it's free advertisement for the channel. It only takes a few minutes out of my day.
I think you did really well.
It was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who do you think the Canucks would have a better chance against, Panthers or Rangers?
Ooh, of those two, Rangers. I think they do better against the Rangers than the Panthers. I don't know that they could beat either of them, but I think they'd have a better chance against the Rangers of the two.
Best NHL prospect pool?
Detroit has had one of the best prospect pools. Buffalo's is very, very good. Minnesota's has been good too, despite them not drafting all that early in the play, or because they're usually in the playoffs. But yeah, Buffalo's is usually pretty good.
Anything special happen between you two and the Canucks, Bruins, or Stars face the Jets? Also, what is the best current rivalry?
The best current rivalry? I think that Boston and Florida's getting there.
When any of Shannon's team play my teams, if it's regular season, we don't even watch the games together because he's in here switching between all the games, and that drives me crazy. So I watch it elsewhere, but sometimes he'll run to where I am to tell me things, or sometimes I'll hear him yelling.
True.
Yeah. Did you watch X-Files in the 90s? I did.
Somewhat. I wasn't as big an X-Files fan as a lot of my friends were. It was all right. There were some episodes were really good. Some of them were just I didn't enjoy very much, but I did watch it at times.
That was one of the shows I did watch. Do you think there will ever be a series like Wings Avs 02 in the cup was won there before the cup final?
There's been the argument over the last while about whether or not the East Coast or Eastern Conference final as the true Stanley Cup, although the problem being that teams from the West do win the Stanley Cup. There's always going to be that argument about whether or not certain series were the real Stanley Cup series. I can absolutely do a video on that too. So maybe I'll circle back on that once we get into the next round.
If your wife didn't like hockey, would that be a deal breaker?
No.
Of course not.
No. She just wouldn't be participating in a lot of this. I'd be kind of on my own for a lot of it.
I think I would still be helping on the channel though.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be in here watching it.
Nah.
Like if I was the football guy.
That would be awful.
But remember,
That would be
football's regular season's only 17 weeks.
I know, but
So the season's a lot shorter.
But there'd still be a lot of football on, and you'd be talking about football, and then you'd talk to me about random football. He talks to me about hockey a lot. So I don't know that I would really appreciate lots of I don't like football. I really don't.
You might have been all right with it.
I really don't like football.
I'll test that theory.
You are already very.
I'm fine.
I really don't like football. I find it to be really boring, and it's a lot.
I think it's because you don't understand the rules.
Whatever. No, don't.
Okay,
no,
so,
no. Whatever. Okay.
You want me to explain the line of scrimmage?
No, I don't. I've had it explained because all guys think, oh, if you don't know football, it's because you don't really get the rules. Let me tell you all about it. Whatever.
Okay,
I don't care. No.
What you have to do.
Wait, is this a hockey channel? It is. Baseball is really boring. Agreed.
I like baseball.
I don't. Nope.
But I like the pitching duels.
I really see it's so boring.
Nope, not to me.
It's a whole lot of standing around. I get bored easily, clearly. Does Yvonne put the gloves on and grab a stick at your pickup games? Not usually, because I'm usually recording. I have before. But I'm usually recording and our kids are there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of keeping track of kids and I'm, making sure everything's good.
And then she monitors whether or not guys are drinking water.
I
and
do. And make sure they have sunblock on. And
So not just the kids, everybody.
It's true.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Kraken fan, many of us in Seattle were Canuck fans. Go Canucks.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated. We use all the help we can get. These Skechers slip-ins commercials are so funny to me. Are you tired of bending down to tie up your shoe like a goober? Then get these. You don't have to touch them with your hands anymore. It's like, what's next? These pants, you just step into them.
Oh, Yvonne, you need to go to a NASCAR race. You will like it. I would not like NASCAR. I really, really, really don't like car wrecks. And I know people love the car wrecks, and I do not.
I don't watch NASCAR for the car wrecks.
Really, really concerned. I would not enjoy NASCAR.
I like NASCAR for how equal the cars are to one another, and some of the strategy that's involved, and when they're gassing up, and when they draft off the other guys, and when they make that pass, which turn they're going to make the pass in, and I really get a kick out of that. I really enjoy it.
See, Shannon likes all the sports. I don't.
Oh, I like NASCAR.
Oilers fan here. Just want to say congrats to Canucks winning Game 6 tonight or Game 7 because I mostly lost hope in the Oilers after Game 5.
Oh, the Oilers aren't done yet. Definitely not done yet. I'm not. It's very similar to last night between Dallas and Colorado. I wasn't celebrating anything. She'll tell you, after Dallas got the goal that actually did win it in overtime, I didn't celebrate. I'm like, nah, something's going to happen. Is this one going to count?
So Yvonne is the coach, assuming equipment manager. Oh, yeah, that's another one. I hope people tape up their sticks because I always bring a ton of hockey tape because you never know, right? And some people have never taped up their sticks, so I have to do that.
True.
Well, not have to, but, do all the things. If the Canucks lose the series, your thoughts on their season?
It would still be a success. It would be disappointing if they did lose this series, but it's still a success. This team wasn't expected to make the playoffs. They get to the second round. They'd obviously have forced a Game 7 against a team that was seen as a favorite. So, yeah, that would be huge, and it should help this summer when they're looking at bringing in players and all that. The Canucks will have a better reputation with players around the league.
No encouraging Shannon. Oh my goodness.
What?
Somebody said it'd be really funny hearing you mansplain football to me.
So
let's not.
the
I
way
don't
that
have
it
the
works.
patience for
Okay,
mansplaining.
so the line
No.
of scrimmage.
Okay. Should the Lightning winning 2 cups in less than 2 years be talked about more?
I talked about it plenty when they won that one in 2021. It was only nine months between Stanley Cup wins. I was impressed. I know there's a lot of people that get no, those don't count and those were fake. But I was very impressed with what Tampa was able to do with those back-to-back Cup victories, and yeah, you can't take that away from them.
Yvonne, do you like golf or curling? Curling. I like curling. Curling's
does like
fun to
curling.
watch. I would love to play. I used to play pretend curling in my driveway. I like curling. Any thoughts who could be the next Sharks head coach? Thanks for everything that you do.
I haven't heard much on who the next Sharks head coach is. I know that it seems like it's a very similar list of people for the teams that are still looking for a coach. Keep in mind that there's some coaches that teams may want to talk to who are right now like associate coaches for teams still in the playoffs and teams in the AHL as well.
Oh, don't forget to hit the like button. There you go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Are you going to miss the Bruins centennial jerseys?
On some level, yeah. I'd like to see the 1924, the one that has 1924 on the logo.
Mhm.
That throwback. I'd like to see them keep that as the third. But I thought it was great that for the centennial they had special jerseys for the whole year. That was fantastic. And now they go back to the regular jerseys, which makes them more special. So I'm good with that.
Special.
You're special.
Take Yvonne to a Seahawks game. Let's not.
See,
That would
I think
be
you'd
terrible.
enjoy the Seahawks. The Seahawks are football.
No.
So the Seahawks, it's like
No,
it's like
I already know what
seagulls,
football
and
is.
so like
I've had to watch football. I understand football. I think it's boring.
if you think it's boring, then you don't really understand it because you can't really understand it and find it boring.
I am sure there are plenty other people.
So when they
on here
line
that
up,
think
you're
football
like,
is boring
okay,
as well.
is it going to be a run or is it going to be a pass? And then is it going to be a short pass, long pass? Is the other
Don't
team playing a
care.
blitz?
I
You
don't
see the blitz come
care.
up. Are they going to call a timeout because they don't like the look of the coverage? A lot of questions. It's great. Every play, there's that chess match on both sides of the ball. It's great.
So boring. Oh, see, there's the people that agree with me that football's boring.
Football's fantastic. I love football.
Do you like football or football better? Well, if you're talking about European football, I much prefer that over American or Canadian
Soccer's
football.
fantastic. I do enjoy soccer. I watch soccer for the World Cup.
I can watch soccer or European football. I can watch that. I don't enjoy American football or Canadian football. Football is 3 hours of replays for 20 seconds. Right? It's a whole lot of arguing about where the line is, where it touched the ground, where his foot ended up. And no, I don't enjoy it at all. But I think with hockey, it's a whole lot of they're actually playing soccer. They're playing.
Yeah, soccer, there's no whistles. It's not like there's stoppages.
Keep on going.
You just have 2 45-minute
Football,
halves.
it's a lot of standing around arguing about things. And
Yeah,
baseball,
soccer's
it's
fantastic.
standing around because nothing's actually happening.
Soccer is probably my favorite sport to play outside of street
to
hockey.
a college football game, it's better. Still don't want to go to
college football is better. It's better atmosphere.
I don't think we even have any universities in our area that play football.
UBC.
Do they have a football team?
Yeah. UFE or not UFE.
I don't. Yeah, we don't really have that.
Simon Fraser, SFU lost theirs. I think Simon Fraser they took it away, but I'm pretty sure UBC still has a football team. So if you want to go to UBC and watch a football game,
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, the UBC Thunderbirds. So
I don't know. Pass. Suddenly, CBC Gem has rate restrictions. I don't know.
Oh, every now and then I get errors. When I'm trying to watch Great British Baking Show, I just close the app and go back into it, and it's normally fine. So,
on Wisconsin, even though we suck at all sports. I don't know what that means. Since you guys enjoy soccer, which team or teams do you guys support?
I was a big Man United fan. I liked Liverpool as well back in the day, not understanding you're not allowed to cheer for both. I do that a lot. I cheer for two teams in a league, and then I find out they hate each other. I used to watch. There was a program on every weekend where they would go through the Premier League. They'd show highlights from around the league. I always like the name Nottingham Forest. That just seems like the most British of names. Nottingham Forest. Oh, it's Nottingham Forest. That sounds fantastic. You know, who you cheer for? I cheer for Nottingham Forest. Oh, well, la-di-da. Like, it's just, yeah. So I do miss that show. They don't have that anymore.
Yvonne, how about lacrosse or field hockey or Olympic sports? I do like to watch a lot of the Olympics. A lot of the Olympics are entertaining.
Yeah, we'll be watching the Olympics before we go on vacation.
Lacrosse, I haven't really watched lacrosse other than in person. I don't know that I've really ever watched it on TV or anything. I think I've only watched it in person. And that's not bad. Field hockey, I used to play field hockey.
Field hockey is one of those ones that's more fun to play than watch.
And I do like watching Olympics, winter or summer.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. I love when the Olympics were here back in 2010. So much fun. That was awesome.
When the Olympics roll around,
so much fun.
I'll be doing Olympic videos on the Entertainment Guy channel. So stay tuned for that.
New York Giants, 1925. 100-year jerseys are awful.
I saw a video of those. They look kind of bland from what I saw. So, but remember, back in 1925, they didn't have fabric yet, so they were just kind of painted on. So now trying to recreate what they were 100 years ago, it's difficult because they were just painted on. They didn't have fabric yet. Fabric was invented in 1931, coming out of the Depression. So up until then, it was just burlap. Everything was,
which is a type of fabric.
No. It's actually it's
that's not
made
true.
from trees.
They used wool. They used to use wool for jerseys.
No, wool is sheep. We didn't touch sheep until the 1930s, till we had to get out of the
wool
Depression.
Can be sheep or goat.
You're a goat. You
I'm not going to say my response because there's the camera.
Is Montour the best Panthers defenseman? No, Forsling would be. I would say Forsling's their best defenseman.
Canada's going downhill voting for all USA teams now. Luckily, hockey doesn't go by who's voted for. So
that's true.
Okay, hold on. Let me catch up here. Got that one. Oh, yeah, you did. Turn it.
You got that.
Wait, but there was another one. But no, there was one that I missed.
There you go.
There's one that I missed. There's one that I missed. Hold on. Facebook's so boring. Or yes? Yeah. No, is that football so boring?
Yeah.
It's just injuries and commercials. There you go. All 4 conference finalists, all division champs ever happened?
Yes, but not for a long time. It's been a very long time. So I'm pretty sure it's happened, but it has been a long time.
Are Jets going to stick around? I know they had that run, but there were attendance issues and all that. Maybe Yvonne, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Yvonne, should buy the team.
Well, considering the owner's worth like, I don't know, $60 billion, somewhere in that region. I don't think there's any danger of the Jets going anywhere. I think they'd have to have low attendance for at least 5 or 6 years and lose significant money before they'd even think about it.
Somebody asked when we're going to Vegas next. August.
Yep, August.
What NHL team needs a new logo? Look the most.
Probably Anaheim, just because theirs is usually voted as the most unpopular of the looks at home and away. And their jerseys generally don't seem to sell all that well.
Ron Francis replacement thoughts?
I mean, Ron Francis isn't going anywhere as the general manager. He's sticking around. In terms of coaching, they'll have a coach named over the next month. Like I said earlier in the live stream, Dan Bilesma has been rumored to be the guy. So we'll see.
Oh, that's my opinion of basketball too. Basketball is a sport that doesn't do it for me. I'll watch the last quarter, but hard for me to get excited over 2-3 points out of 100 plus. Agreed.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Basketball can be fun to watch too. It depends.
It's not as bad as football or baseball.
Well, like we went when the Fraser Valley Bandits were here. We went to a Fraser Valley Bandits game. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but
Games are a little different. Structure's a little different. It wasn't 100 points to it was a little bit easier to take than that.
None of the remaining teams have won a cup in 25 years, yet they've all lost their last trip to the finals since.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited for this year because we're going to have a brand new Stanley Cup champion or one that hasn't won it in a very long time.
Ron Francis replacement.
You asked me that
I
one.
did, didn't I?
Yep. So we're good.
Okay. Hey. Try watching a cricket match. Those are long.
Well, 2 or 3 days.
I don't have patience for that.
2 or 3 days.
I have a short attention span. So
it's 486 to 483. All right. So this is, it can get kind of
too long for me.
Can Craig McTavish coach again? I don't think he has any interest. I don't think it's going to happen. He's been out for long enough that, I could see him as an associate coach. I don't see him having a head coaching job at any point soon.
That's a reason, but not the reason I don't watch basketball. We'll leave it at that. Looking forward to Gary giving Shannon a surprise phone call soon.
I've been thinking about a way to do that soon. So probably over the next week or two.
I love your sweatshirt. Go Canucks. I really like this sweatshirt too. I got it just at a weird random Vegas store.
Yeah, that was the one next to the Aria, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they had just opened. It has a really fun HUD too.
Yep. Yeah, it was right next to the Aria, right on the strip.
The youth hoodies are always way more fun than the adult ones.
Yep. Will Utah win a cup before the Coyotes get a team back? Well, that would be in 5 years. So I don't think Utah gets one in 5 years, though it's hard to project that far.
How long before the Sharks are back in contention? Love you guys. Been a huge fan for like 8 years now.
Getting Celebrini will help, but I would say probably about 3 seasons they'll be back in the hunt for a playoff spot. 2 or 3 seasons.
There are cricket formats that are either 3 hours or 8 hours. The IPL is the 3-hour format, while most international games are 8 hours.
Yeah, and the 8 hours is normally what they're showing on TV because those are the big ones, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hey,
but anyways.
Oh, sorry. Somebody's asking if you've ever watched rugby. Rugby, it's better than football.
Agreed. I don't mind rugby.
It is more entertaining to watch.
I played
football,
rugby, so when I played rugby, we had to watch rugby games to, so we had all the rules figured out. But yeah, rugby's all right. I prefer Aussie rules football. Of the two, I prefer Aussie rules football is great.
The game should be starting pretty soon.
Yes, and I'm gonna have to go pretty quickly here so I can watch.
Does Yvonne know the
Oilers
only
the
Hello Kitty in Canada has opened in Vancouver? Okay.
There you go. You can go do that.
I'm so not a Hello Kitty person. Do you listen to heavy metal? There you go. It's much more than Hello Kitty. Sorry, Hello Kitty is not my thing. My daughter thinks it's cool.
Heavy metal's great.
Not me. Yeah, I listen to metal. So if that tells you anything.
But we're picky with which metal we listen to.
I'm picky about everything.
Yeah.
Shannon does not fish. Rangers versus Canucks in the finals would be crazy.
That'd be a fun final. Absolutely be a fun final. But the Canucks have to beat Edmonton first, and then they'd have to beat Dallas in the next round. So I'm not fishing for any chickens before anything hatches. Makes sense. That's an old phrase. I'm surprised you didn't know it.
Not. No. I saw Avatar today, the band. That's fun. Avatar has some fun songs. But we should get going.
Yes.
Aren't they starting here pretty quick?
Pretty quickly. A couple minutes.
Drop should be pretty soon.
So anyways, thanks guys for coming out. Greatly appreciated. We will do this again soon. And hopefully I can see some people tomorrow at the street hockey game. We'll of course have videos we post to the channel after. We always do. And that's where people find out I have legs. And that I can run. I can run. I can keep up with people.
He has nice legs.
Okay, we're
because
not
he runs.
No. That's enough of that. But anyways, thanks guys for coming out, and we will do this again soon. So take care.
There's Kai. Hi, Kai.
Kai.